And we are back. It's time to go into our second series of the evening. That's right. It's the Guangzhou Charge versus the LA Valiant. Let's see who is going to be, giving themselves a very good chance of making it into the play-ins. Both these teams have been hovering around the bottom of the standings the whole season throughout. But in this most recent meta here in the Countdown Cup qualifiers, they have absolutely become forces of nature that need to be feared. Now they square off against each other, and this could decide it all.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our Charge starters to kick things off, see who's in the starting lineup. And a lot of excitement has been around Piggy, I'd say, in the Countdown Cup. Been a standout player for the Charge. Absolutely going to be a deciding factor in this series, I feel, going up against Marvel in that tank matchup. We'll see more about the Valiant roster as they come through. But it's the roster that's had a few ebbs and flows throughout the season. They've had some quite highs where they've been quite competitive, and then they've had really good dips where they're not actually performing quite well. And now I feel like they're starting to try and climb up a little bit more, but they are often entering into the territory which the Spark suffered from, which is where they can, maybe go to 5 maps, but they're having difficulty closing some of these maps out.
Yeah, both teams have struggled with that one, but we know the Valiant, they absolutely just love their map 5s. They just continue to go to them no matter what. So we'll have to see. Again, it seems so incredibly likely that this is going to be resulting in a Game 5 at the end of it all. We'll have to just wait and see. But when you talk about Piggy, Marvel in his own right has had a pretty fantastic showing since he's joined the squad. But Becky is the guy that we really need to chat about when it comes down to the Valiant, because he has been looking absolutely phenomenal as of late. Him on the Tracer, the Echo, whatever it may be, Becky has been absolutely clapping fools.
Yeah, he's also been one of the players who's been inclined to play Echo a little bit as well. So, I mean, probably won't see too much of that, I imagine, but the fact that they have the confidence to pull that out when it's not really been in the current rotation of the damage lineup, I think when we look at the previous series, that was more representative of how damage dealers are going this current patch and this current stage. But no, it's been fantastic from the LA Valiant. I think that this could be quite a competitive series, and like you, Seth, I have a feeling it's going to go the distance to 5 maps either way.
Yeah. Legs is rocking a little jacket or whatever. You're trying to be stylish on
Cold?
camera. So
is it cold? A little bit chilly?
Maybe it's a little chilly. But yeah, I'm excited to see these guys square off against each other. As mentioned, the previous 2 meetings, I do believe, we were able to see Guangzhou Charge take down the Valiant. So Valiant have struggled against them this season, but given the new meta, given the performances that we have been seeing from the Valiant as of late, I think that we can kind of wipe the slate clean as far as this head-to-head is concerned, and then just kind of look at it from through a new lens, because the past is definitely not very indicative of the present right now, because every team has been incredibly competitive here in the Countdown Cup qualifier thus far. We'll go ahead and take a look at our map set here in a moment, but spoilers, it's going to be Ilios to kick things off for a control map. We'll see how they fare, who's going to be able to take that first map win. Then we'll head into Paraiso, as well as Junkertown, Colosseo, and then Busan.
Tasting a little rotation of maps here. Colosseo, of course, being the push map of choice today.
I like the change up
on every other map, though. Yeah, we'll change up everything else, though. I said Ilios is our starting location. We're actually going to be on well to kick things off. Last time they met, you already talked about how Charge were winning against the Valiant when it came to our previous matchups. There's the scoreline for you. In week number 16, a 3-2 victory. So that was a 5-mapper as well.
It's just destiny. Both these squads, Game 5s just runs in their blood. Becky, for now, going to be TPing everybody forward. We'll see if he goes for the Echo, because this is one of the maps where he could run it. Zihan is going to be coming out the gate with the Sombra. There's the TP4, but no, Becky will go over to the Tracer. And, as mentioned, it feels like he can really do no wrong when he's on either of those picks, so I don't mind seeing the Tracer at all. Just keep your eyes trained on that build time, because he has been a man-possessed.
Very stagnated start. Everyone's hiding up in the rafters. No one's actually on the ground right now, apart from Jimmy. He's keeping an eye on where Becky is hiding out. That's a low Tracer, but the recall will save him. Recall
now forced, so that puts him at risk. He can land the hack. Actually turns the sights over to Marvel, does get that one through. Marvel going to be antied out as well, but widely, no damage really getting applied to him, so he's going to be okay. Piggy takes a quick little hop out. Rotates around the back as Marvel tries to go diving forward, but the bubble's a little bit too late. Gets slept. That's going to leave Molly exposed, so it does end up getting picked off. Piggy charging up these right-click zaps, just trying to get the snipe there onto Marvel, who has been forced out of the fight. A little bit of a dive into the back line here by Becky and Easy Han, trying to find some kills, but it's going to be Piggy who gets his hands dirty, finds Lengza. Both supports now suffering some deaths. Guangzhou Charge very firmly in control of the point, already ticking up above 25%.
I'd like to see a clean Winston's hands, actually. It's very rare that they would be, considering they use it to traverse the ground, Seth. So it's always going to be dirty when you're having Piggy on the Winston, but getting on the board nice and early with one pick opens it up for the charge. Now we're looking towards Becky's pulse bomb to maybe be a bunker buster and get them back onto the point.
And was able, despite the fight loss, able to build that up a little bit faster than Choice A1. He has widely been keeping pace. He's right there with him. There's the stick. As far away taken out of the fight, Becky opens things up quite nicely, but now they need to capitalize, and with Jimmy falling down, it should be the cleanup coming through for the side of the Valiant. Piggy as well going to get taken out. Xerneas down low, antied. The shield only going to do so much for him. Ends up falling, and there's the flip. 58% though set up at the side of the Guangzhou Charge with ults on the way, so not the worst position to be in by any means.
Absolutely not, and I'm looking towards the EMPs as being the big ones to come online, unless Choice A1 can find a cheeky little stick and get some immediate deletion from the map. Keep an eye on where the Sombras are pathing, who's going to be set up, who's going to pull the trigger first. That might be a big deciding factor in the state of this next fight. And probably going to see Piggy and Marvel hit those Primal Rages in these next fights. They've both got Nano Boost available to provide onto it. Molly looking low.
Oh, Molly does get taken down. Piggy was able to join in the fight. They find that pick. That's going to be the Nano now, taken out of the equation here for the Valiant. Choice A1 Pulse still held as the Primal comes in, just juggling Marvel around here in the health pack room. Easy Han taken out as well. Rally rolling from Lengza widely. Going to whip, not going to get them too much here. Guangzhou Charge retake control of the point now for themselves. Xerneas is rally rolling. Primal pop from Marvel. They're still trying to swing this. They want to get a fast flip back into their favor. There's a knock off the side of the map, I do believe. Or maybe it was on the Choice A1. Seems like he did get himself back up onto safe ground. Valiant still trying to push through. Hack out now onto Marvel. He's going to be the focus target. Goes low. Bubble buys him a little bit of extra time. He jumps back over to join in with the rest of the team. Needs some healing here from his squad, but the point is no closer to being flipped than it was before. Guangzhou Charge still in control. Now taking this in the final fight territory is far away. Gets the kill onto Becky. EMP going to be thrown out. Catches two. Far away. Burned down. Xerneas as well. Going to be eliminated. That's both the supports now out of the fight. Pulse pop stick in because they want. Will find Molly. He tries to keep the charge in control. With Piggy going down, that should be the flip here. Valiant going to be gaining control once more. Choice A1 continues to be an annoying little fly on the wall. The flip is there, but it's a long road if the Valiant want to be able to take this.
Yeah, by God, the LA Valiant needed that one. They needed that EMP capitalization onto the backline of charge to be able to get the point flip. As you can see, 99% for them. Uphill battle for Valiant to hold onto this one and potentially take the first round.
Just in case.
Jimmy's still got that EMP, unable to find an opportunity to use it in the previous fight. Looking for them to get the backline. Molly and Lengza should be really vulnerable here. The Brigitte providing a little bit of extra protection because should be able to flail that around, do a bit more spy checking more frequently. But Jimmy goes into the mix, finding Marvel and Lengza.
Yep, the EMP strikes. Marvel goes down. Lengza as well still hacked out. Becky going low, still under a bit of fire. Ends up getting eliminated. Xerneas able to find him, gets that kill. Now the Guangzhou Charge very much poised to be able to take the round. The flip is coming through. The OT will start bleeding away. And it's kill after kill being found as Molly just going to get juggled around. This last second touch does come through. I think Becky able to force things out here into OT. Try to extend it a little bit longer, but it's just only so much you can do. The closeout is there. 180% is the Guangzhou Charge. Take well.
Competitive as expected, Seth. Competitive as expected. No blowouts
Indeed.
here found today. Charge definitely in the lead with this one. I'm just double checking. Are those scorelines right? Are Valiant and Charge both on identical season scorelines of 7 and 15?
That they are.
Ooh, okay. That makes it a little bit more interesting. One of them's going to pull ahead when it comes to their win-loss record at the end of this series.
I mean, yeah, one's going to take the lead in that regard, and also, you know, like I said, to get themselves set up to be able to make it into the play-ins and deny the other. Huge implications in this matchup. The Valiant need to be able to fire back as we go into Ruins.
There's the rollout. Piggy on the Zarya this time around. Choi jumping onto a Genji, a hero that is no stranger to them. See if they'll have the impact from the change-up to keep in the lead, despite us moving over to the Ruins. No real change-up from the Valiant here, still keeping with the consistent backline of damage lineups.
The sleep dart connecting Marvel just disappears. Choice A1 able to find that killing blow. And Piggy as well, going to be taking a nap, but nowhere near the forward pressure there for the side of the Valiant. So Piggy going to be safe to just go ahead and wake up on his own terms. First lockdown again going the way of the charge.
Yeah, really easy for them as well, with Piggy picking up a little bit of energy in that back fight. It's a bit of compound interest that happens on each of these fights. The longer Piggy stays alive, the more impactful he'll be, maintaining that high energy on the Zarya, creating a third damage option for the charge. He's playing from the defensive position and staying alive in these fights is going to be big for them. Hacked up Becky!
Yep, great hack into the assassination. Jimmy gets the kill. Becky just completely taken out of the fight. He's still so damn close to having that pulse bomb, but if he's dead, obviously can't use it. Great here from the side of the Valiant. Jose1 does overextend a little bit, ends up getting tagged up, taken down. Hack on the Piggy as well, so some space bought for the side of the Valiant, finally making their way away from the dropship and over towards the point a bit more. As Piggy gets zapped, but the healing comes through, far away, keeping everybody alive. Those on the Bionade. Still has that nano boost in his pocket, should someone need it. He's going to go ahead and invest it, goes over to Piggy. Looks like decently high energy for him. Just zones him back. Marvel makes his exit.
Yeah, the beam has a lot of girth right now. That's an indicator of how powerful it is. Easy harm finding Xerneas. And he's about to get one online as well.
A big
Valiant
opener.
There's the flip. This is important.
Valiant now in control, ticking up 61% though. Set up here for the side of the charge, and this fight not necessarily over yet. Piggy's still under a bit of fire. The pulse bomb held by Becky. Seems like he wants to hold it for a rainy day, but now Marvel gets taken down, and just like that, the Guangzhou charge can re-aggress over towards the point. Far away going to get clipped by that anti, but it's not really going to slow them up because Xerneas still holds on to that sound barrier, and he might not even need it. Pulse bomb will find the enemy out up. Becky able to find that kill. Jose1 going to be taken down as well. So the turnaround is actually looking quite strong here for the Valiant. They managed to shove him back.
Yeah, keep hold of that point, get the progress climbing. They still need to meet the 61%. There's an opportunity for the charge to come in here strong. They've got a Graviton Surge in their pocket for the retake to deny Valiant overtaking their map percentage. But this fight has just been staggered out by Jimmy being picked off at the end there. It just converts directly into percentage because charge aren't going to want to regress until they got a full member of the squad lined up.
Good time by great stagger. A little bit more wiggle room here, try to build up and match the percentage gain of the Guangzhou charge. Jose1 hacked out, down low. Marvel trying to pursue for the kill, can't quite make it happen. Jose1 now back up to full HP. Attention being turned on both sides though. Doesn't know which way to look. Now there's going to be the jungle coming through as Marvel has a couple people locked in to the side room. Can't get the kills. The sound barrier is used by Xerneas. He keeps everybody alive, and there's the hack! And Molly scoops the kill. Jose1 now taking out the Dragon Blade. Nowhere to be seen. Valiant now just 25% away from taking this round and taking us to Lighthouse.
Dashing around. Pulse bomb for Becky again. Last time able to find far away. Another pick off like that should seal the deal. No nano boost to give over to Jose1 if they goes down. The hack's there. Bionade used to sustain them up, I believe, at the end there. Graviton Surge only finds Marvel, but he's nano boosted, so he stays alive throughout all of that and escapes. This is it. They're taking him out, Seth.
Yep, they're trying for it. Blade pulled. Marvel jumps away from the Dragon Blade. Not going to find any kills there. Destroys Jose1. Now gets tagged up, has to kite back, and no one touches to force out the OT. Jimmy just a little bit too late. Piggy rerouted, has to rotate around the flank rather than go through main. They cannot get there in time, and it's 161% reply here for the Valiant to take it to a third round.
Lighthouse to close it out then. Very reminiscent of what we expect to see the rest of the series. Charge showing moments of brilliance throughout that, but Valiant had a fantastic take out there. Becky, as we highlighted at the beginning of the series, being a huge difference maker there. Just finding these key picks and applying the right pressure at the right time to far away, who in particular seems to be the target. Xerneas is too sticky to maybe get away with a Tracer, but that Ana, very static and without the tools to protect themselves, keeps getting picked off or forced out of these fights. More of the same, and it leaves Piggy hanging out in the wind, unable to really contest with the amount of support Marvel's getting in these fights.
Well, now one more round to see who is going to be able to take this. Start with that map win in their back pocket. Far away, just breaking down the railings here. Gets jumped on. The dive is beautiful from the Valiant. Perfectly executed. Far away. Immediately melted out of the fight. Jimmy as well now going to fall. They do get easy hunt for their trouble. They need so much more than that if they want to win the fight, but it's not going to happen. Damn near team kill comes through. The Valiant will gain first control of the point this time around.
We need to get a Secret Service detail on Faraway right now. He's so vulnerable. He needs some protection. Constantly vulnerable to attack. If it's not Becky, it's Easy Han. Even Marvel getting into the mix there. Choice A1 with a little bit of a slap down onto Becky. That's a good opener for the charge to retake.
A quick little boop on the nose, finds that kill. Now Choice A1 threatening the flanks. Has taken the lead towards that pulse bomb. The point right now unoccupied. Valiant, they give the flip over because they couldn't get back in time. So the Guangzhou charge now going to be holding it. So Valiant look for a fast flip. Far away, scoped in, just keeps Xerneas alive. As Piggy continues to play forward. Just trying to keep things contested so the flip cannot come in. And Molly gets found all on its lonesome. Jimmy and Choice A1 both collapse. They get the pick. That's one of the supports now down on the side of the Valiant. Lengths as well under fire, and it seems like the Valiant will just go their separate ways. Sounding the retreat, the Guangzhou charge now take the lead.
Pulse bomb sitting down for Choice A1. Lingering in the background. Oh, EasyHan spotted him out, so intel given over. Can't go on the secret stealth mission they were hoping to achieve there.
Yep, can't make it happen. Actually gets picked off.
It has to be a railgun, right? No way Choice A1 had the elevation to be up there in range of the Tesla cannon.
Yeah, either way, him going down is quite costly. EMP going to be used. There's the supports taken out of the fight. First and foremost, Valiant starting this off quite nicely. Now just need to deal with Piggy, but on his lonesome, slept, didn't have access rather to that primal in time. Just built it up as he was dying. Even then, don't know if he would want to commit it to the fight, given that he was all on his lonesome. So does just suffer the loss. Valiant now back in control, looking to retake the lead.
Yeah, they got good tools. 5 ults against 5. EMP missing. Becky not going to challenge Piggy. Not solo at least, knowing the reinforcements can come in fast.
Running away from him. Piggy straight back in onto the point. Knows that he's got a bit more wiggle room, given that the ult is available. There's also a nano potentially for him. Pulse bomb out, not going to find the stick. Molly evades it. Choice A1, unable to find the opening kill so far. Becky now maybe going to try his hand at it, see if he can get a stick through. Taking out Xerneas right now. Would be massive. He's nanoed up. He's also got that rally rolling. Now going to be expiring. Piggy with the primal does find a kill. Xerneas going to be taken down. Marvel. Goomba stomps far away. Once more, it's going to be the supports out of the fight for the Guangzhou charge. With the Valiant still holding control of the point. Piggy leaps into the corner, has to try to make his exit, but he will not be allowed to do so. Marvel strikes him down once again. The Valiant now with a firm lead can close out this round.
Yeah, they're on the cusp of doing it, Seth. They're in that final fight territory now. Marvel holding onto the Primal Rage has a lot of stall to drag this out to 99%, even if they do end up losing the fight. Need to have a pick-off. They've kind of stabilized far away, getting picked off a lot. But that firing on top of him makes it too hard.
Him low. And somehow it's actually going to be Piggy who finds a kill. Exit does get taken down. Becky, bit of a tracer battle. Seems like hacked through from EasyHan into the kill. Just a nice elimination did be found here for the side of the Valiant, but still going to be without one of their healers. Piggy pressured out, taken out. Becky finds the kill. Marvel just keeping everybody else occupied, and no one can make it to the point in time. The Valiant looking dominant here on the last round. Lighthouse is theirs, and so is the map. They take Ilios to start things off 1-0.
Well, well, well. LA Valiant draw the first blood in this series. Bodes really well for us to go to map number 5. He said they did tidy up the problems they were having with keeping Far Away alive at the end there. Able to deflect some of the dives that were coming in from EasyHan, Becky, and Marvel. Still not 100% clear of that one. Need to tidy up even more if they're hoping to stay alive in this series. But good start for the Valiant charge. Still room for improvement, but I'm sure they can do it as the series goes on.
Yeah, we'll have to just wait and see. It's only one map, so still plenty more to be played out. Valiant, though, good start for them with the 1-0. We have not been able to see this team take, pretty clean and decisive victories so far this whole season throughout. It's often been those 3-1, if not those 3-2 score lines that have been coming up at every little twist and turn. If they could shut down the Guangzhou charge with a 3-0, it would be a very strong statement to send to the team that is desperately trying to claw their way into the play-ins. We'll see if they can make it happen. We're going to have Paraiso coming up next for our hybrid map. We'll see whether or not it's going to be a tied-up affair or if the Valiant will be able to move to match point. So don't go anywhere, guys. That map is coming up in just a few. One map out of the way in our second series of the evening, and it's the Valiant who stand tall with a 1-0 record right now. They managed to take Ilios for themselves. Now we get ready to go into Paraiso for our hybrid map to see if it's going to be a 2-0 affair for them, or if it could be tied up by the Guangzhou Charge, or a draw. Because whatever, it's these two teams, so who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, that is possible on the hybrid map. I don't think we've seen too many draws this stage, though, and maybe not this season from my memory. But they can happen, of course. It is the nature of hybrid map types. Yeah, moving on to Paraiso. Of course, that point A defense can be quite of a chokehold for teams to break to. Less oppressive than it used to be. Teams are often not holding as far forward as they have done. But that arena square of point A can be quite difficult to crack. We have seen Echo in the past be quite a successful pick here for certain teams. Might be an opportunity for Becky to show that flex, but not necessarily going to be rolled out with because, of course, the meta doesn't really reward that right now.
No, it does not. But here we go. Paraiso. Get ready to open up. I mean, we have seen some different looks of this map, I suppose, but widely has just been a lot of point A holds, but between these two squads, something tells me, especially in the current meta, that this one's probably going to go all the way to the end of the map. Just have to wait and see.
It's going to be the charge on the defense first, so here's the rollout for them. Piggy going over to the D.Va, so more D.Va today. Wasn't expecting that, but here we are anyway.
Yep. Just key, when you least expect it, the D.Va arrives. See if this comes back to bite them, however.
I hope not. But it can be quite costly, right? You got to think about it. Like, if you get clean swept or if there's a clean wipe, you have a lot of times to worry about.
Well,
I know who caused this. I know why this has happened.
Is it me?
But
Am I the problem?
No, you're not the problem. It's one of the players. But I won't. I can name and shame them if we feel like it. But I definitely spotted something on one of the cams as we were loading in that would give a reason for a pause the second we started.
I see. Maybe a bathroom emergency, perhaps.
It could be. Basically, Becky wasn't in the seat. Like, we went in player cams, Becky was missing, so I'm assuming it's something to do with them.
Yeah, that's not great, for sure. So whoever on the Valiant gave the ready up, going to be feeling a little bit foolish, but it looks like he's going to be back in his seat as the countdown has begun, so we will be going straight back into the game here. And the gates can now unlock. Jimmy going to be playing forward, looking for maybe at least some early ult charge and some harassment with the little hack here. ZZ Han goes for the jump shot, but first the D.Va, not going to be able to get too much done. There's a swap over to the Sombra now.
That's so BM, I think, just to try and like interrupt the jump shot that you know they're going to change off of and just stall them changing over again. But no, Jimmy will recall. 10% gain so far. Might be having another pause, I think.
Uh-oh. Well, it's going to be one of those days, it would seem. So, I don't know what happened. I mean, back to the restroom, I suppose?
Yeah, round 2. More in the chamber. We'll find out. Exactly what they've done. So, yeah, another pause coming in there. So, cheeky little bit of ult charge gained over for a Sombra, but other than that, not really much has happened. The teams haven't progressed too deep into the map.
Yeah.
So, at that point, why are you pausing? You should have just kept it paused, friends. Like, they didn't have a lot of playtime at all there.
Yeah. Why are you readying up if you're not actually ready to play the game? I don't know. Either way, I think we could say, the first one was definitely Becky not being there. Yep. This one probably falls more in line with me just being cursed with pauses. So I think that's kind of the what's going on here. We'll have to just wait and see. But I am seeing some readies getting dropped here in the chat. So once we are ready for the Valiant, once they ready up rather, we should be getting things underway and we can finally get to see the map, see something. Have some action happen because so far
that'd be nice.
Not much going on, but here we go. Here's a countdown once more, and we'll go right back into the game. For how long? I don't know, but hopefully for a while.
Yep, hold the PPs. Don't let them come into the chat again, and let's find out how long we actually get of playtime this time around. Choice A1, 30% on the pulse bomb, so it's been obviously picking away at someone coming in there. Hack a little bit too late, but the sleep will be enough to floor the flying D.Va. Piggy having so much CC applied, but no kill conversion.
Oh, it's just a little bit too late there on that D-Matrix, but even with it, I think Xerneas was likely going to be dead anyway, so that is both the supports taken down, the point occupied, Valiant out the gate. Looking very strong here on the dive, and now with Piggy just being broken out of the mech, that is 100% the point being lost here for the Guangzhou charge. Second tick are going to be snatched up, and they kind of just have to pull away. Piggy's trying to pilot pistol his way back into a mech, but he's not even at 50%. They should be able to get the jump onto him. Kind of surprised he didn't reset off the side of the map.
Yeah, there is an environmental available for him here. Like,
if he goes down here,
I think that would have been.
It's going to be devastating.
More efficient. Yeah. He's at 76%. He might get the mech back. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, that or he gets right up to 90% and then just gets insta-gibbed.
Oh, no, please don't die. Yeah, if he get insta-gibbed at that point, like, where is Piggy? Is he safe?
Okay, yeah. He's made it
Using
back in successfully.
Charge. Yeah.
Mech recovery, a success. So we're back into it, but the cart's already gotten a decent amount of damage, or distance, rather.
Yep, and the high ground given over to him. They need to contest, actually, the high ground. They can't just let Charge just take that for free and hold on to it. I think the Valiant are probably going to have to path up into the buildings now and try and knock them off. Good option for that would be for Marvel to jump up and start causing some disruption. You know you can get back up from a Sombra and a Tracer. Piggy's just under the cosh right now. Discord a little bit of damage, sneaking from behind. Becky gets deleted.
Okay, Choice A1, great pick, sends out the pulse bomb, and gets Molly for his troubles. That was a bit of a reflexive throw. It does manage to profit from it, so very nicely done there. Choice A1 chases in, he's looking for a little bit of extra damage, if not the pick on the Langza. Will manage to get himself out of there. And Cart finally halted at the second to last corner. Decent spot for the Guangzhou charge to try to hold this, because they've got a lot of time to chew through.
Given over to them, of course, by that really quick point A cake. Lots of ultimates for the Valiant to try and break through this, though. So, at the end of the world, EMP.
EMP does go through far away. Going to get dropped. EasyHon makes his way out. Life still intact. Dangerously low. Manages to survive. EMP counter out from Jimmy. Does manage to find 3, and Molly's going to be taken out. So will be an exchange, an extended one here on these Anas. Transcendence now expiring. Xerneas stomped out. Marvel able to find the kill, but now Molly going to be... or rather, Langza going to be taken down as Choice A1 comes up with 2. Pulse bomb from Becky will find Piggy, takes him out of the mech, gets the kill onto the pilot, but pushing the cart still going to be damn difficult here as EasyHon has to translocate out. Widely, the fight going to be taken here by the side of the charge. They maintain control.
Yeah, that was a great patience there from EasyHon as well. Waiting for the Transcendence to expire from Xerneas. Immediately as soon as it happens, goes for the burst down. Marvel uses those quick cooldown reduction on the jump packs because of the Primal Rage. Be able to get into the fight. Goomba Stomp to get the final bit of damage and take out Xerneas from the fight. And has using that all-important ultimate.
Rally rolling. Biggie eliminated. Good early start here for the side of the Valley, but now Becky going to be taken down. So much of that backline damage eliminated with him out. Jimmy being zoned for now. Marvel has to take a quick hop over to the side. The anti-nade goes onto both of the supports, and Molly will fall. Choice A1 scooping 1. Jimmy getting the other. Marvel just left to his own devices, just trying to duck in and out of this bubble to keep himself safe. 65 health, and Choice A1's able to pursue for the kill. Looks for a little bit more. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome, so we'll go ahead and slowly drip back in towards the rest of the squad. 2 minutes now remaining for the Valiant, who have not gotten much value off the rest of this push.
I actually think through the regenerative properties of Faraway and also the Orb of Harmony that Choice A1 would have total health in that engagement had more than Marvel just because of how much healing he got in that last fight. Marvel must have been so frustrated that he basically killed the equivalent of a Winston and still didn't convert onto Choice A1. And then he was left isolated and sprayed down for 100 HP remaining. That's not the way the HP battle is supposed to go, because fantastic pocketing by the backline of the charge to make it happen.
All right. Taking a bit of a forward push here. Pulse bomb going to be lobbed in. That does not get the stick, and had he done so, it would have been devastating, but instead the fight's going to be turned here in the favor of the Valiant as Piggy and Xerneas both get taken down. Becky going huge, finds those kills. The dive in onto Faraway. They snuff him out. Pushing out coming through, and that should be the completion onto B. But not much time to work with here for the final stretch for the Valiant. It's going to be 2.5 minutes just about as they do go ahead and roll into this station. Even then, actually, the contest is there. 0.95 meters left to go. Transcendence out. Xerneas looking to extend this. EMP was used. Xerneas finds a shot. Immediately out of the ult into the headshot onto Molly. Now Langza taken down. No supports for the side of the Valiant. Xerneas is a casualty, but the Valiant still have to move away. They don't have their supports. Marvel doesn't want to commit the Primal to this fight, so the Guangzhou charge, they save this. There's a potential that they can hold right in front of B.
As long as Becky doesn't go down here, Marvel can escape without using that Primal Rage. It's going to be big for the Valiant on the next attack. They need to conserve that ultimate, though. that have Length's rally to play with. This will be their last opportunity to get it over the line at point B. No picks on the entry, no faltering on the execution. LA Valiant still can extend Powder Itso to the final section of the map.
Hack out. Just looking to harass Marvel where possible. Rally rolling from Lengsa. Nano boost far away, about to have that one online. Dashing into the back goes to Sewan. Pulse bomb still going to be held, hasn't committed it yet. Overtime now, rolling out. EasyHan has to make his exit, translocates to safety. Marvel falling so damn low, pops that Primal, gets into the back line, but far away. Sits him down. To get the ante out here onto the Winston. They look to chip away at him, but so far the kill has not been found just yet.
Marvel's
rejoins in with the rest of the team, looks to stay safe. Self-destruct up over the top, the bubble blocks it. Marvel keeps himself alive for a little bit longer, but the cleanup eventually comes through. The team kill and the hold. The Guangzhou charge off the back of Xerneas, basically just Hail Mary, throwing himself on the cart with the Transcendence, managed to get the hold in front of B.
They had a lot of tools to be able to do that one. Unable to find any kills with their ultimate uptime, and Marvel, when his Primal Rage expired, had nothing left to play with. Basically useless until he dropped, but while they were focusing on the big monkey in the backline, there was work being done on the backline of the charge. Farway and Xerneas going down quite early in the engagement, and then just a cascading effect for the charge to be cleaned up quite decisively at the end there with that final fight. Capturing point B is basically the benchmark here. They were fractions of meters away from doing it. So there's a good benchmark for the charge to try and go in here and find some success on their offense. Looking for the LA Valiant to be able to put in a solid bit of defense here and shut it all down.
Well, their work cut out for him now. The draw is off the table. Valiant now need to have a perfectly executed defense. Otherwise, this is going to get tied up 1-1. Guangzhou charge this map very much in their hands. As long as they don't drop the spaghetti, then they should be looking pretty good at the end of this all.
Yeah, never drop your spaghetti unless it's within the 5-second rule. Then you can eat it, it's fine.
It's a 5-second rule for each individual end of spaghetti, so you have to try to grab as much of it as possible.
Yeah, but you're not grabbing. When you pick up spaghetti, you don't grab individual strands, do you, Seth? You just, get in there with your meat grabbers and just...
I mean, yeah, you just got to get a fistful of spaghetti off the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it all comes up in 5 seconds. Sauce and all. Don't forget the sauce. You can scoop that one up later. Jimmy translocates out, as expected, just taking weird skirmishes around the fringes of the fights. Oh, they nearly body blocked EasyHan out of safety, who's on that sojourn.
Yeah, he barely manages to stay alive. Becky as well now using the recall. Marvel going to be hacked. They pile in, looking for the kill. The dash over to the side. Choice A1 getting on top of him. They take him low. They have him antied, and they have the kill. Guangzhou charge. Going to break things open. 100% sat here for EasyHan. He wants to get rid of one of the squishier members of the enemy team with this rail shot, but just has not been given line of sight towards Xerneas, towards Faraway. They're playing around him so perfectly. The hack out. Becky noted. The recontest going to have to come through. One tick already going to be snatched up. Rail shot goes wide. Held this damn long. Doesn't quite get the connection. So Xerneas lives to fight another day. Piggy sat on the stairwell. Stays safe. Bionade from far away helps boost him back up to full HP. 77% now on the cap. Charge just inching their way towards getting this locked in, towards having a massive time bank, and now Becky is going to be taken out of the fight. Faraway with another anti, connects on the 2. The follow-up kill's not quite being found yet. As Marvel continues to poke and prod. He's got Piggy so very low, but there's the nano boost. Faraway puts Piggy right back into the fight. Marvel now has to stay sat on this corner. Cannot evacuate the point, or else it's going to be the cap coming through. 96.7%. EasyHan comes back in. Marvel tries to go for a stop, tries desperately to get the Primal online, but it's just a little bit too shy of the mark. So the cap is there, and it's 4.5 minutes now to chew through for the Valiant if they want to walk away with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Marvel went up into the sky, and then a corpse fell back down, unfortunately. 2% off again the Primal Rage. Could have definitely stalled out and bought time for the rest of the Valiant to get into that fight and maybe turn it around. But burn more of this time back, because 4 minutes 20 to get through point B. That's sizable, Seth. It really does look like the Charge are on the cusp of equalizing the series away from the Valiant. But let's not write them off entirely yet. Big combo online here. EMP, Blade, Graviton Surge. Charge got a lot of options, and it's just going to be Length's rally to try and mitigate a lot of that damage. Looking towards EasyHan to potentially find a pick and take a lot of bite out of these fights before they begin with that railgun. Overclock will certainly help with that.
Choice is climbing back up top here onto the high ground, continuing to contest. Marvel displaced, jumps back. Cart now going to be held here in the forward corner. Marvel going low, staying alive, and easy on with the rail shot. Takes out Choice One, so EMP not going to lead to the eliminations that they were looking for. Easy Han still going to be sniped far away, able to find that kill. So continue to chase forward. Spy check there on Jimmy, making sure that he can't get back into stealth. And for now, the cart will be halted, but still so much time to try to work through here for the side of the Valiant. They need to be so economically sound with these ults. But now Choice One just gets a dry pick onto Becky.
Nothing quite difficult for Valiant to hold this position now. Missing one of their core members. Easy Han's hacked up as well, so won't have access to mobility they usually do. Anti mutes the fights at a charge. 3 members feeling that one, and now they're on the home stretch, Seth. This is really dicey for the Valiant looking to go with the match point. They're going to really struggle at this one with 3 minutes to burn and not a lot of meters for it.
It was a good anti to try to slow things up, but the cart still gained distance. Piggy just playing forward on that corner now. Brings it around the side. Nano at the ready. 4 ults about to be versus 4. Xerneas looks to get the sound barrier off. Marvel going low, 159 HP, still holds on to this Primal. Grab going to be used. Pops the Primal now to try to survive it. The Nano still going to be pocketed here by Molly, just in case they need it, but they do not. No one else is able to play off the back of the Graviton Surge, so Valiant just get rid of one of the ults for free, pop one of their own. They continue to hold
There's nothing to stop the
close.
Nano Blade.
Should be tagged up. Blade still held. Sound barrier used. Xerneas keeps himself alive, and Marvel has overstepped. He gets taken down. Nano comes through. Choice One dives into the back lines, finds Easy Han, finds Molly, and should be finding the map win. The cleanup is there onto Langsa. 4.5 meters left to go, and they've got it with 2 minutes to spare. The Guangzhou charge pushed to B. They tie the series up at 1-1.
There was nothing there at the end for that Nano Blade, Seth. All defensive resources blown. You have a Brigitte as well, so it's not even the best option to deal with it. Zenyatta typically be the staple to shut that down. Not on the board to do anything. All ultimates expended. You could see it just being held for the longest time. Choi wanted to pull that blade, and then all of a sudden, whoop, far away, gives it over, and that is the game. Charge equalized the score line. We're going to go to a 1-1 piece as we head into map number 3.
Well, it's just exactly as anticipated. Not a very difficult script to read for you and I. We knew that this one was going to not be a clean victory by either side. So we are tied up at 1-1. That's Paraiso out of the way. Get ready to go into our escort map. I believe we have Junkertown coming up next. We'll see there who is going to be able to take the lead, who is going to have match point in their pocket. But I think even if, with one of these teams getting match point, we're probably still destined for a Game 5. We'll see what happens. Let's see if we can get proven wrong when we come back from the break, so don't go anywhere. We are back, and we are all tied up 1-1, just as was anticipated. Now we get ready to go into Junkertown for our escort map to see which of these two teams is going to be able to take the lead and take this to match point. And right now, Guangzhou Charge able to respond quite nicely with that incredibly clutch hold on point B to go ahead and get them the win on Paraiso.
Yeah, pulling ahead quite nicely there. Like I said, there weren't many tools left in the charge, in the Valiant arsenal, sorry, to be able to pull away and get the win there. Really under pressure with a nano blade in their face and no defensive tools to be able to deflect it. So it does just mean the case of Charge being able to walk it over the line at the end there and being able to capture Paraiso and move us on to our third map of the series, which, as Seth highlighted before we went to the break, is going to be Junkertown, an escort type. And yeah, I think a lot of what we're seeing is going to be consistent. I don't think we need to change up the picks too much. We might maybe see a little bit more of the Sojourn that's already been dabbled with, perhaps. But, you know, Sombra Tracer can still navigate through all the weird buildings and terrain and cause some havoc.
All right, well, should be getting underway here momentarily. See who's going to be able to take this one. Again, I mean, both teams very much vying for this win. It's their playoff hopes and dreams pretty much ride on this series alone. Fate's still very much in their own hands now. See who's going to be able to get it done.
Okie dokie, so we're going to be having to charge on the defense first. More than likely going to attempt some form of close hold. Maybe. Might go away with the Widow, but I have a feeling they might try and go for some kind of close hold on this one. It just depends. You know, put Piggy on the Zarya, give them a little bit of support there, and they might be able to hold and burn a lot of the time out before the fights even begin.
Oh, Jimmy.
Okay.
Okay. Flashing it. If he does bring
stay
this
out
through.
Well, I think. No, there you go. Jimmy Sombra, but Piggy Diva instead. The Piggy Diva.
Jimmy playing with my heartstrings, pulling at him.
Well, look, there's still time. There's still time, Seth. You can still get the Jimmy Widow. And we can see Jimmy do what Jimmy does best. Procreate.
Well, please just do it for me, Jimmy, you know?
Okay. We'll put in a request. We'll let Jimmy know. We'll get the admins to slip him a message. Seth has asked to see the Widowmaker. Please reveal it.
I thought maybe we'd get
try his luck.
come in so that we could have the little showdown, but okay, it's just going to be one shot from Easy Han. Swaps over to the Sombra. Fine.
Okay.
Screw me, I guess. Don't get anything that I want.
It's fine. You'll probably get an interesting series nonetheless here. Easy Han already trading blows with Choice 1 before going back into the point. So no close hold coming in from the charge. They're just letting this walk into the standard choke point you see between these two buildings. And you can see the silhouette of Jimmy still being a nuisance on the back line, just causing some harassment before they'll translocate the safety. Just keeping the flankers in check for the time being is what they need to do. Marvel punches through the hole, but then he's going to have to just dip back and wait for the rest of his team to be able to push forward with him.
Shots flying across. Xerneas desperately trying to get this hit on the molly. Can't quite make it happen, but turns okay. Quick flick to the side, and just kills Becky, who's already softened up. Two nice kills coming from the side of the Valiant. Xerneas and Jimmy now both going to be taken down, far away. Not much more pressure applied to him as he tries to keep everybody alive. Marvel realizes, like, hey, we need to grab the cart, starts bringing it forward out of the choke, and this is a bit more difficult now for the Guangzhou Charge to try to get back in and retake control of this now that it's out in the open.
Everyone's up and everyone's in position, so they do have the option of trying to do it, which is a saving grace for them, I guess. Choice, they one pulse bomb, and Length's is already gone, so this is okay for the charge. They've actually muted the point off of just Jimmy finding the backline.
Okay, yeah, just kills them both. They get the sleep on the Easy Han. Xerneas able to clean it up with, I mean, relative ease. Huge take here for the side of the Guangzhou Charge, just regaining control. Cart now starting to roll back. Already half the time they're going to be drained down.
That should have been a challenge for them, and Jimmy just made it look easy.
Translocates out EMP. Now online from him. Becky recalls out the safety. Pulse bomb held by him and Choice 1 both. And Choice 1's going to die. Langza finds an opening kill. Still, however, he's going to be at risk because Jimmy's playing nearby. He's got the EMP locked and loaded. It's just a matter of when he decides to pull the trigger on it. Piggy under a little bit of fire. Quick stick in, but doesn't find the elimination. Xerneas actually staying alive. The Nano goes out onto the Zenyatta. They keep him in the fight. Now he's holding the Transcendence here for the extended fight. Still gets tagged lower
What
and lower.
a clutch nano there from far away. That's the only way that Xerneas stays alive. Like, without the far away nano, that's it. EMP comes in, though, and now Jimmy's found a kill.
And now Molly taken out. Langza under a bit of pressure. Will go ahead, pops the ult just to try to stay alive. Choice1, however, holding onto the pulse bomb, could try to get him on the back end of this. See him chasing forward. Jimmy again out harassing, trying to find the kill into EasyHan, but ends up getting taken down. Langza firing back. Also finds Choice1. So another damage dealer who's gone on the side of the Guangzhou charge. Mana goes forward. Becky charging in, trying to get on top of Xerneas. Does pop that Transcendence, keeps himself alive. Far away, going to be antied out down to a sliver of HP. Marvel finishes him off here at the very end. Piggy going to be desuited. The self-destruct used. He's kiting around the cart, trying to stay safe. Will be able to get back into the mech, but there's the stick to break him out once more. They find the elimination. It seems like it's not going to be a full hold here after all, as the Valiant will be able to push through. Add 2.5 minutes to the time bank, but it's just over 3. They got taken down quite low as far as the time is concerned, so not much to work with for the second phase of the map.
Yeah, really good there at the end there from Becky to time that pulse bomb as the remech was coming in. It means that no defense matrix is there for the potential eat, and you can just burst down a locked down target and remove most of the HP pool before Marvel even gets to take control. Even before Piggy gets to take control, sorry. Does mean it's easy pick off and there's no stall to be had. Like you said, Seth, extension of the time bank, no full hold coming in here from the charge. So we'll have to deal with them on point B. They still have some ultimates available for them, mainly that pulse bomb from Choice1. And he's looking to dive bomb onto someone who's straggling behind the point.
Now inching forward. Decent amount of space given up here for the side of the charge. Pulse bomb goes in. Choice1 actually goes down. I wonder if he was slept there by Molly. Either way, does result in a 1-for-1. Becky now given an opportunity to try to catch up towards that next pulse. Currently sitting at 59%, but the card is gaining a considerable amount of distance right now. So Becky just has to pull back around the corner. Can't really stay forward and try to keep this one contested. Back in on the Marvel.
But of course, they can just fade away. Themselves healthy. There's a contest coming in from the Divas. They're just shooting at each other, holding down the left click in that corridor.
Very much into the meat grinder there for everybody who steps into that position. See EasyHan trying to play up through the stairwell right now. I don't think he's been spy checked. It's going to be a nano. Piggy goes on the offensive, goes diving forward. It's got Langza locked up here into the corner. Needs the rest of the team to come through and try to find the kills, but instead Becky gets himself into the back line. That pulse bomb was built up. Gets the elimination on Xerneas. Now far away is out of the fray as well. Full support's down. Piggy retreating, wraps around to grab the mega pack, but it's giving up the cart for now. Moving forward, Valiant doing well with the limited amount of time that they had. They're getting so damn close to being able to get this cap across. Somebody needs to contest this sooner rather than later. Piggy trying to make his way out. The self-destruct nearly online, but he's going to lose the mech just 1% away. So now can't clear the space. He gets taken out. There's the cap. 2.5 minutes just about in the time bank now for the Valiant.
This doesn't seem like the payload's been stopped like at all in point B, Seth. They're just walking it in, constantly winning these fights. It's just being drip-fed ultimate charge and bodies to take out. EasyHan's playing so forward right now. They capture point B and he's already at point C, looking to try and stall the progress.
But he set up the kill. He gets a little bit of damage there on his Xerneas, and Marvel's able to pursue forward. Find that elimination. And that's just making the lives of the Guangzhou Charge players that much more difficult. 2 minutes to try to work through to stop this card from making it to the end. 4 ults on either side as Choice1 is just about to have this pulse at the ready. Anyone's fight once these get used. EasyHan, he's got the spot. He knows exactly where the supports are. They're playing together. Get the EMP across and have the dive come in from Becky. It could be absolutely huge for the Valiant being able to break through.
Trying to see where the options are. Becky's just playing around the turnstile. Pulse bomb stick comes in the far away.
I mean, doesn't even need the EMP. EMP going to be used by Jimmy on the opposite side, but Langza's got that Transcendence. Pulse bomb lobbed down onto the floor. Doesn't find the stick. Doesn't find the kill. Molly lives to fight another day. Choice1 still on the hunt. Dashes around the flank. Xerneas is actually up close and personal. Gets on top of Langza and he takes down both of the supports. What a play from him. The Madman makes it work. Piggy, however, off screen, going to be desuited. They're looking to do very much the same here to Marvel as Xerneas just continues to push into his face. They get the break on the mech. They deny the remake actually from Marvel. So self-destruct going to be used. Not to much avail here. In the meantime, the card is not moving forward. Choice1 cleaning up 2 on the back end of the fight. Goes a little bit low, dashes around, gets healed up, and the Guangzhou Charge are going to be able to hold this.
Yeah, Xerneas were just using that Lucio positioning to be able to get those kills at the end there. Very much point-blank action, like you said, being in the front lines of where the conflict was. And always been fouled by Molly. Oh, no charge. Your defense not going well. 30 seconds remaining, and Valiant are winning the fight. They've already cleared out 3 of them. It's home stretch for them.
Yeah, I mean, easy on who he still held on to the CMP. Didn't need it in the last fight. Now uses it here and goes huge for the squad. Multiple eliminations found. The cart once more pushing forward. 14 seconds remaining for the side of the Valiant. Now online. Becky, Pulse Bomb, 8% away. 4 ultimates for the side of the Guangzhou Charge. They should be able to hold this, but they need to get into position. The cart for now steadily inching forward. Closer and closer. There's the hack on a Marvel. They go rushing forward, trying to break him out of the back. The Anti as well, going to be committed to this one. He's just a sliver of HP. Finally does get taken out of it. Farway taken down. Towards hit one. His old pulse bump, the good use. Manages to find Molly and exchanging the honest comes through. Now the Diva out of the fight as well. A 2 for 2 so far, but now 3, now 4 as Langsa is the last man standing. The lonely Zenyatta is only going to be able to do so much. Even if he had a trance, likely was just going to have that expire and get taken down. So once more, just in front of the finish line here is where the cart will rest. Valiant can't quite make it to the end. The Guangzhou Charge successfully defend.
Good benchmark for them, though. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle here for the Charge to match that pace themselves. I wonder if Valiant can be convinced to potentially do one of the close holes that are available. Let's take a quick look at a replay. What happened here? Ooh, hello.
Yep, yeah, was the sleep. Molly saying, I will take you out with me, good sir. Very nicely done.
That is almost that is a Uno reverse card right there. Wait, nope. Have the damage. But now we'll see the yeah, it's a quick little turnaround. We'll see the Charge go on the offense now. Defense for the Valiant. So still keeping with the Divas this time. So another Diva mirror. Consistently coming into this series. So yeah, figure that one out, analysts.
I was gonna say, no, not me. I'm a play-by-play. I'm the yelly guy.
Technically, I'm also supposed to be a play-by-play.
Yeah,
we'll let Avril deal with this one.
We're doubling up on that regard, but yeah, we'll have a we'll let Avril watch the VOD back once he's done doing whatever he's doing. And
he's actually asking. He's asking between the matches, like he's seen the scoreline of the last series. He's just asking in like in between the matches, like, guys, how did this happen? And so he just got a pineapple equals thumbs up emoji, and we just left it at that. So that was all he needed, all the context to figure out what happened in the previous series.
Told the story well enough, I reckon.
Yeah, pretty much. He was our player of the match, and wonder who's going to be taking that accolade for this series. I still feel like we got a long way to go with Charge versus Valiant.
Oh, Jimmy sprinting into the back. Sets up his translocator behind, spots the other. Oh! Somehow actually doesn't get noted there by Becky. Could have been a decently huge catch for him. Easy Han now spotted over by the health pack. So much base given up. Cart just going to advance forward, gets itself right there into the choke point. Not the worst positioning here for the side of the Valiant, but now they need to start contesting it. Xerneas going to be taken low. Anti-nade does come flying through from Molly. They managed to find that pick, but Marvel gets lost at the same time. So much attention paid to just as enemy Zenyatta. Now they lose out on their tank. They lose Easy Han, as well as one of the supports. And the Charge seem like they should just be able to storm their way through to A now. Hack out onto Becky. He ends up falling as Choi Se-Wan going to go ahead and scoop up 2 kills. And yeah, that should be the cap.
I mean, that defense had the defensive structure of a dry sandcastle, Seth. Like, there was nothing there. They didn't stop him at the... They didn't do a close hold. They didn't stop him at the usual choke. They were just faltering at every step. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to take through into the next section of the map. That's a pretty large time bank to be backed by the Charge.
It's pretty big. Pretty big time bank. So, yeah, work definitely cut out for them now here, the Valiant. They would love to be able to get this win, give themselves that little lead once more, take it to match point. Right now it's looking just way too good for the side of the Guangzhou Charges. Choi Se-Wan, he got the call to come dive in onto Langsa, but wasn't really anticipating the bio nade, so instantly gets deleted. Nicely done there from the Valiant. Good D-Matrix out. Piggy keeping Xerneas protected, knows that Xerneas has been kind of fragging out of control, so keeping him alive, definitely a good look.
Choi's finding a route of entry. He's going to clash with Mr. Becky, I believe. Hack's coming in there. Xerneas giving over that Orb of Discord to Marvel, but there's no real damage to capitalize off of it. Which serves as a deterrent. Easy Han in position with the EMP. He's found the back line. There's low targets.
Goes for it, finds two. Xerneas taken low, but the Nano actually comes in from far away. After EasyHan jumps out. Sleep across onto Becky. Xerneas charges up the right click, finds the headshots. They get the kill. Just like that, it gets spun completely on its head. The execution from EasyHan just a little bit too late, I suppose. Things go wide for them. Nano now out on the Lengza as well. Molly just trying to keep these Zenyatas in the fight. Marvel keeping sustained for now. It's a self-destruct from Piggy, doesn't find anything, but he does safely get back into the mech. Pulse Bomb out, not gonna find a stick. Becky gonna have to try to build up another one. As Choice currently is just holding on to one of his own. Jimmy does get pinched, however. Marvel finding the kill, Transcendence in. Legs up, looking to keep everybody alive as Choice and Xerneas trying to make their way out of here to safety. Seems like they will be allowed to retreat. It's Piggy eating that little hack here. Recontests, goes in, and it's actually gonna cost him and Xerneas their lives now. Molly taken out, but the mech is gone, but here's the back cap.
The back cap!
He actually managed to get it. He brings the cart forward. 4.5 minutes, and now they have the forward spawns. What a steal.
Unreal.
Valiant just did not read that at all.
They were so committed to taking out Piggy and Xerneas and trying to get that stagger that they completely forgot about the third member lingering. Choice just goes, okay, uses all 3 charges, gets the back cap, and unlocks even more time bank, unlocks more space. It's looking like they could have burnt that down and held a defense. That's the first time we've seen a solid defense from the Valiant on this push, and it was mitigated by a back cap.
That's going to be a bit of a heartbreaker one, especially if this leads to a map loss now for the side of the Valiant. Definitely can be a tilter. Jimmy now poised. EMP at the ready. The lone ult that the Guangzhou Charge do have for themselves, so there's a bit of space here for the Valiant to be able to take the economic advantage. But with 4 ultimates ready to go. Choice A1 picked off, so nice little neutral kill coming through. Drop down, hack in, Piggy. Harassed in the side room now. Just trying to stay alive. Got that D-Matrix up, so it seems like he will be okay for now. Becky goes in, Pulse Bomb goes wide, doesn't find a sticker and an elimination. Piggy continuously getting chunked out.
Alive.
Far away, just holding this Nano. Limit testing very much to see if they can keep this D.Va in the mech.
Yeah, going for a wild ride with that one, but still keep Piggy in the mech. Self-destruct coming online from shortly. EMP, Xerneas is isolated.
And this time it works out. They manage to find the elimination. EasyHan scoops the kill, far away, hacked. Gets finished off by Becky. As they clean up there onto the supports. The Valiant winning out the fight. It's 1 ult into the fight win. That's exactly the kind of pace that they need to set for themselves. Guangzhou Charge have been building up ults in these neutral fights. Piggy trying to retreat, trying to stay in this one. They dive forward. So damn close to being able to get this remake for himself. Kites back, a little bit of extra damage onto him, but they managed to keep him sustained, so he should be able to get this. Just a couple % left to go. And there you go. Now 5 ults to work with for the side of the Guangzhou Charge versus 3. Hacks with an Nano as well, Seth.
Self-destruct available. Like, Transcendence, that goes. You can just drop the bomb in the middle of the fight. Hold on to it for now, play for the stall.
EMP from Jimmy gets the catch. It's going to be Molly and Lengza both taken down by him. Suddenly things looking a hell of a lot better for the side of the Guangzhou Charge. The push forward, Marvel loses the mech. Sends out the self-destruct, is looking for a pick. Will be able to get Piggy. Just say 1. Now just pushing the card forward alongside Xerneas. They're trying to make this one happen right now. They want to go for the end. Jimmy as well joining in. EasyHan moves forward, goes for the contest, tries to get the hack out. Can't quite make it happen. Leng's going to be hacked. It's actually going to be Xerneas who ends up falling. Becky getting on top of him. Finds the kill. 3.3 meters left to go. And with Choice A1 dying, it's likely going to have to be yet another reset here for the side of the Guangzhou Charge. We are not done yet. Valiant can still pull this off, especially because EasyHan is 10% away from an EMP.
Yeah, 100%. And like, to point out, EasyHan there, when he decloaked, he actually hacked the Mega as well. That ended up being a kill conversion because Choice A1 couldn't pick at the heal on the escape. So even just having a slight utilization of the time available, it's fantastic by there, and it did end up converting a kill there at the end. Piggy's gone over to the Zarya to try and get this over the line. It means he'll have access to those protective barriers, maybe deal some, maybe protect some of the explosive damage that's coming in from Becky's Pulse Bomb. He needs to build up damage if he wants an energy, if he wants to be useful.
EasyHan scouted. Xerneas finds him. Becky goes low. Recall used to keep himself alive. Marvel going to be hacked at the moment, but is safely kited back around the corner. Piggy going on the hunt. Choice A1, Pulse Bomb at the ready. A kill would be massive. He lobs it in, looks for Langsa, can't get it. Also does not force out the Transcendence. EMP now goes through. Nana boosts up from far away,
He's got
goes
the charge
to Piggy to keep him alive, keep him in the front lines. Becky
stepped on the
continues
point,
to play against the cart here. Pulse bomb at the ready, still just holds on to it. 3 meters left to go with 25 seconds left. Not under fire. Nano here comes forward. Marvel juiced up. Langza, the Transcendence now expires. Jimmy holds on to the EMP, but it's just so very low. They need to top him back up, and he needs to pull the trigger on this. Needs to get a massive catch.
Yeah, Zoni's
Swap
also
over.
about to get Transcendence online. That can reset the fight. They could get Piggy to the grab. Piggy is building the grab in the final fight. He's like 17% away
So he needs to touch.
from
There's
pulling
the
that out
contest.
in the last fight. Transcendence online!
OT going to be forced out. Easy Hunt desperately trying to find a head to click on, but Becky's going to be taken down. That's going to be the pulse bomb now out of the fight. EMP goes across, finds two.
Grab.
Valiant Easy Hunt.
What a
He quick
shot!
scopes it. He finds Choice A1. Takes him down, but now the support's dead. Marvel sends out the self-destruct. He's trying to keep this going, but he's going to be denied the remake. Pulse bomb out from Becky. Does find Piggy. He didn't have another bubble.
No
but
way.
They just don't have any bodies to keep this card contested. The Guangzhou charge in overtime. You know, it's a good effort from the Valiant to be able to drain the clock all the way down, considering how much time they started with. The back cap that came through onto B. They take it all the way into OT, but they cannot close out the map to get the win. So now it's going to be a 2-1 lead for the Guangzhou charge. Onus is on the Valiant to be able to answer back on our next map and take us into a Game 5 once more.
What an acceleration from Piggy to get a grab online in the fight. It wasn't the most impactful, but it just shows how much value they were finding in those final clashes, Seth. Just a huge catch at the end there. You expended both the barriers. He had to use one to block the Diva ultimate and keep the point contested. Then a Pulse Bomb comes in afterwards after depleting the resources. So he does go down, gets the grab out at the end there to lock a stationary target for the cleanup. And yeah, wow, what a choice to go there over to the Zarya at the end and get the charge over the line. They're now at match point.
Huge win here for the side of the Guangzhou charge. They've been able to best the Valiant at every twist and turn when they face up this season. Can they go ahead and get the 3 for 3? Make it actually a little bit cleaner as well compared to the last time out, because it was 3-2. Now, it's in their hands. The Guangzhou charge, if they can close out on Colosseo, they will be walking away victorious, keeping themselves in for the play-ins. The Valiant, they need to fight back. They need to be able to close out this map a push and then take us into yet another Game 5. We'll see if they can muster it up when we come back from the break, so don't go anywhere. And we are back. 2-1 the scoreline right now as the Guangzhou Charge were able to close out a win on Junkertown. They now have the lead and match point in their grasp. If they can just hold on to it, firmly grasp it for a little bit longer, perhaps they can walk away with this with a 3-1 victory here. Colosseo is going to be the decider as to whether or not they win here, or if we're going to be going into yet another map 5, which it just kind of feels like we're destined to do. We'll have to just wait and see. Sashin's going to be coming in for the side of the Valiant, with Marvel stepping back, so we can anticipate that there's going to be some Zarya play.
Yeah, Zarya to challenge Piggy. I believe that is probably what's going to happen. From what we've seen so far, however, Seth, I feel like if you were just looking at the Piggy Zarya and the Sashin Zarya, I have a feeling Piggy probably wins that direct head-to-head, but there's a lot that goes in and a lot of resources funneled through the tank, so could be a difference maker there with Lengzi and Molly. Lengzer and Molly. Could have been a new player right there. But no, Colosseo is our next destination. We saw how that went earlier in today. Lots of trying to recall what actually happened in that series. It was a lot of the Winston, I believe, on that series, or I might be wrong. Honestly, it's a blur. Seth, save me.
It's all right. It's a blur, much like Choice A1's camera right now. As it seems like maybe he's knocked that one over. Should be okay. There we go. Yep. Get a little fix. Make sure he's got it, so we can see his beautiful little face. Carry on our merry way into what could very well be the last map. Work definitely cut out for them right now. I agree with you. I think that even with Sashin being a bit of a Zarya specialist, he's always been a very specialist player since the start of his career was very much just a Pharah one trick. Now is coming in to play widely the Zarya. I think we've seen him play a couple other things from time to time, but is a very strong Zarya player. The thing that has me concerned is that Piggy is kind of nasty. He has been looking so damn good. We've even seen Piggy, push Smurf to his limits, honestly, and have the upper hand against Smurf in those Zarya battles in the past. So work definitely cut out for him. The rest of the team very much needs to rally around Sashin if they want to find success here and take this into a Game 5.
Let's see what they roll out with as we get on to Colosseo. Said we're expecting Zarya's. Probably Zen, Ana, and then I imagine we're still going to have Tracer, Sombra in the mix as well. So it should be pretty uniform comps from both these teams at this point. Unless we have any curveballs to throw into the mix. Mayhaps a Genji.
At what point in the Overwatch history books did we come back around to gladiatorial combat being a thing?
Do you reckon, so if we just dive into the lore a little bit, do you reckon this Colosseum is completely historical, or do you think that they repurposed it for modern day combat of some description?
I mean, we're seeing a lot of the robot, gladiators, so I think that they actually refurbished the Colosseum and are using it for its original usage. But I mean, the Omnics have conscience, consciousness, right? Like they can feel pain. Yeah. So it kind of isn't that different from humans doing gladiatorial combat, which seems a bit savage. But anyway, enough about that. Our little musings here of Overwatch lore. We'll have to chat to the devs, I guess. That's pretty meta,
because we're watching gladiatorial combat in an arena that was designed for different kinds of gladiatorial combat, and people at home are watching gladiatorial combat.
There they are. Sashin getting bullied down a little bit here at the beginning. Pops a couple bubbles, continues to keep himself in this front line as the bot is very much firmly locked into a neutral position. Neither team really looking to give up an inch, it would seem. It's a big collection of people off on the flank. Becky rotates in, gets that bubble out, over onto Faraway. Helps save his life, but Becky gets on top of Choice A1, finds an opening elimination. So first blood here for the side of the Valiant. Now they can start moving things forward, especially with Piggy taken down to the front line. Sashin very much energized. Is a force to be reckoned with. Now they can go ahead. The bot going to start pushing forward for them, and the ult economy already looking damn good for the side of the Valiant as Becky comes up with another kill. Okay.
I think Sashin heard us in the pre-game, Seth. I don't think they were happy with our assessment of them versus Piggy. And look at how they're able to just pull ahead now. Easy Harm finding some value on the Sojourn as well, the other variation in the composition. So got a little bit of Genji Sombra going up against the Tracer Sojourn combination, and seen some Lucios on the field as well. Sashin about to get the grab online. There is an nano boost available to pass over to them to get them over the line and let them have some high energy fun. Towards some pick potential from Becky as well. But there it is. There's the nano boost.
And Nano does go out. Jose Juan managing to find one. Finds his seconds. It's going to be a 2 for 2 in the extended fight. Sashin still 100 energy pushing forward. He's trying to get the kill here on the far away, but turns his back to Piggy. Piggy manages to strike. That's that elimination to go ahead. Even the score a little bit, and now the bot can be stolen away. Guangzhou charge in possession, but 49 meters. Not too bad off the first push here for the side of the Valiant. Definitely still in a very winnable, workable position.
And that's huge for Piggy. Like, Piggy being able to shut down Sashin there and deny the 100 energy we had POV on is big. It means they're going to have to find a reset for that afterwards and build up to that charge. Well, they got about a 40 lead. That should build up again quite quickly. They've got 2 bubbles in the pocket, and they're about to clash with more of the opposing team. EMP in, grab the counter, pulse bomb in the mix.
Yeah, it's in the mix, but it doesn't find any eliminations. Just kind of hits the floor there, and the cleanup is coming through for the side of the Guangzhou charge. Jose Juan filling the kill feed, painting it white. Finds 3 for himself off the back of the grab. Very nicely done, well dealt with for the side of the Guangzhou charge. Now continuing to push forward, trying to take the lead for themselves. Only 3 minutes gone, still have plenty to play through. See Jose Juan just kind of getting in behind. Now Blade's going to be pulled out. Xerneas, however, already taken out of the fray. Blade needs to find some impact, but so far it's just the 1 kill, and he needs to make his exit. 5 HP remaining. Langza hounds him down. Just like that, the tides have been turned. Sashin will get finished off here by Piggy, but then he falls, loses out on his own energy, and they get to 26 meters, but it's nowhere close to 49.
Yeah, still another fight off of getting that checkpoint for both teams. Even now, when the Valiant are pushing this bot forward, they are going to run into resistance from the charge before they can get those forward spawns and really start to make an insurmountable lead. They haven't got the full team, and the respawns are working in their favor, so it does mean charge can reclaim the bot and stagnate it in this tunnel.
Alright, next fight. Getting ready to happen. Bot right back into the starting position. Nano v Nano. The pulse bomb about to be online for Becky. Find a stick could just be the difference maker. Nano's going to come out first from Molly. Throws it to Sashin. Trying to keep him alive. Pulse now at the ready. Piggy as well getting nanoed up. Forces them back. Gains some space and Molly goes down. Jimmy funded the kill. And now Becky gone, so that is going to be a massive fight win for the side of the Guangzhou charge. Once more getting the bot into a good position. Here they may just be able to retake the lead.
They should be able to snag this one away, Seth. And I think the big difference there was that the Valiant's nano boost was used reactively to save Sashin, not to go out there and make an offensive move. Piggy didn't need saving. Piggy wanted extra resource to go and be an absolute menace, and Charge were able to make that work so much better as they were ready to follow up.
Very solid cleanup here, continuing to find some kills. Bot now pushing forward, the lead gained for the side of the Guangzhou charge, and they should be able to make it to the checkpoint off of this one.
Yeah, I think this is forward spawns.
Right now, Valiant are not forward enough to try to really keep this contested. Like you say, the forward spawn will come through. They do get a touch. They haven't contested for now. They need to get the rest of the squad over there. Instead, it's going to be a grab into the back line right in front of the spawn. Just isolating Molly, taking him down. Now they turn their sights over to the now, healerless team. Just trying to keep this bot occupied, but the cleanup will just be coming through. The Guangzhou charge just not going to be denied. They push forward. And we go into our little minor break, but Guangzhou charge firmly in control.
And to push forward then, Sashin has a grab. They saw that the charge were able to go for a solo grab onto Molly just to secure the backline kill before going back to the bot itself. Could have been a little bit risky leaving the front line isolated, but it did make it work. Sashin's probably looking for a multi-man grab on this one, considering how the fight should be separated. Blade coming in.
Blade pulled, Easy Han dead, just no saving him, and Langza also just taken out. Final slashes the bubble. Sashin buys himself an extra second of life, but then does fall down. Now the bot getting ready to advance up on top of the bridge for the final stretch. I mean, ult's about to be there for the side of the Valiant, but they still have so much distance that they need to try to claw back here. They're running out of time with which to make it happen. Just shy of 4 minutes now left in the time bank.
Sashin hitting the zero-man grab and dropping it in a lost fight as well. It's just a wasted resource for the Valiant. You're going to have to do this with a pulse bomb and the overclock potentially. Long sightlines available just because of where they are on the map, so Easy Han might be able to find some value should the fight stay here.
Okay,
overclock online for Easy Han.
Not going to nano him up, push up into his face. Actually, Jose Juan gets right on top of him. The rail shots are connecting, but they're body shots rather than headshots. Speaking of headshots, Jimmy, the Mac 10 out, just goes ahead, sprays down Becky. Pulse bomb now out of the frame. Nano was committed here on Sashin, but just seems like not that much energy to really work with. Now the EMP comes in from Jimmy, catches 3, and Easy On is instantly dealt with. There's one playing around the back, gets on top of Molly, offers up a good amount of damage, goes down to 8 HP, breaks line of sight from Sashin, who then got slept, and Piggy's able to scoop up 2 kills. The bot again is going to be pushing. Guangzhou charged. They're looking for the finish, and they might just be able to get it.
Yeah, they're on the home stretch now, Steph, and that was another questionable nano usage onto the Zarya, like you already identified. Low energy, but also strong disengage potential from the charge. They were just backing out the fight. Like, okay, we don't have to fight you now. We'll come back in a second when that expires. We have the power outside of the nano, and they were able to flip the fight round on its head, turn it around, and Mega used the grab, catches in Sashin.
They're looking for the finish, and with the anti, they will be able to find it. The pulse bomb not going to stick from Becky. The bot continues to push forward. Now sound barrier used aggressively as Lengza will fall. The bot is 0.94 meters left to go.
Do it to him.
With the cleanup, they will have it. Not a 3-2 this time around. The Guangzhou charge deny us from having a 10-map day. They will take it a little bit more cleanly, though, and maintain their win record over the Valiant. See Lengza with a smile on his face, but not so much from Molly. He pushes the camera out. You have to suspect that this one stings a hell of a lot worse than the previous losses at the hands of the Charge. This team just has consistently had the number of the Valiant the whole season throughout. They have not been able to best them. And now again, they fall. This was the series that they needed to try to get themselves into the play-ins, to make sure that they still had that opportunity to go into the playoffs. It's been a massive resurgence for them, for both of these teams, here in the Countdown Cup qualifier. But unfortunately for the Valiant, it just got started a little bit too late. Those early losses at the hands of the Guangzhou Charge hurting them a hell of a lot now.
Yeah, really feeling it in the scoreline, but 3-1 victory there to Charge at the end. Like I said, maybe not the best use of the nano boosts at the end. They wouldn't necessarily have been the thing that we won out the map, but definitely was a noticeable feature in how they were being utilized and not able to really find value from what could be quite a crucial ultimate. But Seth, we have our player of the match identified. It's going over to another damage dealer, Shock Horror. Choi Se-wan is going to be our player of the match today.
Yeah, I mean, Choi Se-wan, he has been a bright spot on this team, you know, kind of since the beginning, even when Guangzhou Charge were just getting bodied left, right, and center. We've seen some fantastic performances from him, but today, some great moments as well as just fantastic team play from the Guangzhou Charge the whole way throughout. This was another one where I think we could have kind of cut this award a couple different ways. Piggy with a good shout, Jimmy as well, coming up huge. You know, playing that Sombra. So I think this was a little bit more up in the air between, you know, who could have gotten it, but Choi Se-wan, the whole series throughout was just so damn clutch. Swapping over to the Genji here, in particular, just coming up with so many multi-kills was just monstrous in helping the Charge be able to get this series closeout. So very well-deserved from him, and a very well-deserved win from the side of the Guangzhou Charge overall, 3-1, making it look a little bit cleaner than we've seen from them in the past. It's a very good sign as they are going to be trying to battle their way out of the play-ins and make it into the playoffs.
Yes, we are at the last stretch of the regular season now, aren't we, Seth? It's around the corner for when we're looking at play-ins, playoffs, grand finals over in Anaheim. Charge want to be there. They've got an uphill battle to do it. There's already 2 teams in APAC confirmed, still a lot of open slots, but ultimately that's only 2 matches today, and it felt like 3 because we had some quite long series on our hands, but there's 2 matches we have today. We've got a bunch of others to come tomorrow and Sunday as well, and we might see more of those teams knocked out of contention of those play-ins. But yeah, what a fantastic showing. I would say an upset to kick things off, and then kind of, well, we did that last series we watched could have gone either way realistically on paper before we started. So an interesting day overall.
That it was, but it's just the first of 3. So myself and Trin will be back tomorrow, of course, for another action-packed day of Overwatch League. We're going to have 3 matches for you guys tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. It's going to be plenty to go ahead and watch. And there's still plenty of stakes right now, as we do still have teams vying for that 3rd spot to get auto-seeded forward into the playoffs. So, you know, between the Fusion and the Hangzhou Spark, with their win today over this whole dynasty, still very much in contention for that position. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens there. We'll have to see if this whole dynasty are going to be able to bounce back after, you know, a massive upset loss at the hands of the Hangzhou Spark. So plenty to be watched, to be absorbed into your nice little eyeballs there tomorrow evening. So make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be same place, same time. I'll be here right alongside Trid once more to guide you guys through the action. But thank you guys for watching tonight. We will see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.